The question I really had for you was the only question which, because I've been involved, as you know, for a lot of my life in a lot of coordinate a lot of green campaigns. And I wonder how you would speak to the big NGOs like Greenpeace, World Wildlife Fund, Christian Aid, Friends of the Earth, Oxfam, whatever. And in terms of the actions that they are carrying out at the moment, they've obviously got vested interests in their jobs and stuff. But in terms of the volunteering that goes on, would you say that their actions are worthwhile in terms of mitigating life on Earth for other species when we're gone?
Yeah, I think that would be a far more appropriate set of actions than adhering to the monetary system that has taken us here.
Yeah.
But that seems to be the strategy of, in particular, the big green machine, the likes of the Nature Conservancy, for example, and Environmental Defense Fund, and I mean, the list goes on of organizations that continue to promote the very civilization that has taken us to the brink. So let's just stop that.
You would say that the people that are volunteering for Greenpeace and the likes, that just to continue, because they're helping in mitigation.
If you love that kind of work and you think you are being effective doing that kind of work, then yes, keep doing that, because not only are you doing something, which is better than what almost everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
But you might actually be making for a more positive future than we would otherwise imagine possible. So if you're doing what you love, and I made a fundamental mistake many years ago in walking away from my university position because I actually loved that life in that position. And I was able to influence a relatively few people, students. And so leaving that turns out to be a pretty significant mistake. But, we learn from our mistakes. That's why I try to make mine so frequently, just so I get the message pounded in. And so I'm hoping other people can learn from my myriad mistakes, including the one of walking away from a position I love, where I might have been able to have a little more impact than I'm having now. I don't have any way to support organizations that I think are doing good work, given my current monetary status. So, yes, there would have been tremendous advantages associated with staying the course, even though it was a course riddled with disaster.
I would disagree with that. I'm really pleased that you do what you do now, and that you're not a lecturer anymore. Because if it wasn't for you, we would be so much further back down the track of we wouldn't be enlightened at all in terms of abrupt climate change. And you're the guy that stood out there, put his neck out, and I'm really glad that you're not a lecturer anymore. I really, really am, because we really need you in this position. We would just agree to disagree on that one, but you have such a big influence, and you've had such a good supportive influence on a lot of people. And nobody else has been doing it, mate. Nobody else has been doing it. So I'm really happy that you're not at university anymore.
Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate it. And it's what is. So there's no going back. This is what is. And I'm a big fan of loving what is. So I try to focus on that. In addition, there have been several advantages. I've met some amazing people along the way. Two of them are involved in this call, and Mike, I'll meet you soon. And that's been an enormous gift for me, to be able to meet like-minded people along the way who are willing to go down a radical path and have conversations that I can assure you are quite infrequent amongst colleagues in my former life.
Yeah.
So, and I'm, just having those conversations, getting to interact with those people is reward enough for what I've done. And then there's the whole lifestyle change that comes with making this transition. And so I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about people. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned, for example, that I could never be a great teacher again, because to be a great teacher, you have to have enormous confidence, faith even, that each individual is capable of a life of service to the greater good, and I no longer believe that. Seeing the behavior I've witnessed post-university and been deeply embedded within, I no longer have faith that all people are capable of pursuing the greater good. There's a bunch of people out there who are just plain takers, and they are not givers. And so that's been a gift. It has allowed me to pursue the old Zen saying, let go or be dragged.